Hello everybody, Minstrel here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, The Road to 56, Honduras. In the last episode, I decided to roll back to a prior save back when I think there was a critical point where we can make a change to hopefully get a different outcome to how things played out. We rolled back to the point where Turkey joined the war, and I decided to create a faction with them because I could. So, we did that. So we now have an alliance with Turkey. And I've sent my motorized infantry into Turkey, and we are trying to help them push as far into the Soviet Union as we can. We're also still trying to use our regular infantry to push around and into or down to the Iranian front like we did before. So we'll see how that all plays out. And yeah, we push this to hopefully capitulate the Soviet Union and then go through our peace conference and then see what happens. All right. Yeah, that's going to recalculate itself here in a second. The integral state of Brazil declared war on the Estado Revolucionario de Paraguay. Okay, I think the Paraguay Civil War, that sounds familiar. Yeah, right now, well, the issue that we're having is one of supplies, which, you know, what else is new in the Soviet Union? So, we are trying to get this done, but we need better supply routes. Alright, we've infiltrated the foreign armed forces. You know what? Let's go ahead and decrypt Soviet Union. Alright, I don't like the situation right now. Alright. Let's have our guys fall back. I think I went with centrifuges. Yeah. Okay, well, we did make some progress, but they responded, and until we get... Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cancel this construction. We're going to fall back, hold the line as best we can. So that gets us to just a better supply situation. Alright, so we'll hold this line. There we go, get that scientist recruited. Alright, excellent. Let's see, when will this be finished being built? In January. I'll probably be sooner than that.
Señor. Sí, señor.
Alright, anti-tank rifle grenade. Alright, that special project completed.
Sí, señor. Atención. Listo, señor.
Yeah, keep the pressure on.
Listo para avanzar. ¡A cubierto! ¡Firme!
Okay. Alright, the Turks are holding a good line there. How did we lose like 3 divisions? Alright, well that's not great. The rail's almost done being built. Now, here's the issue. Your rail network sucks. Okay, so... let's get that fixed. Alright. That'll give us... an opportunity. Alright, let's get this steel production improved. Let's get our radio direction finding going. Yeah, we'll go with that.
¡Órdenes!
Alright, push our guys to the front. Alright, rail construction's done. That's going to be completed on the 4th of December, so that's still going to take a while. Do we recognize the Italian Empire? Nino Grande has declared the dawn of the Italian Empire, while our ambassador to Rome recommends that we merely recognize this fact and let the Italians have their dreams of grandeur. Others are worried about this turn of events. We'll acknowledge it. I don't see why not. Alright, assembly line production. I think I went with streamlined line. Let's see, our supply line is coming into Istanbul. So some more construction should probably occur. There. I think so. I have to kind of build rail in one of my allies' territory, but, you know, such as it is. Let's get this ship research done. Alright, how's my other army doing? Okay. Alright, what we're gonna do is we're gonna shrink this down. Right, we're gonna tell everybody to strategic redeploy. No, that's into the... Yeah, that's... Wait a minute. That's not what we want to do. Remember that was a bit of an issue? I actually want to sweep over there. Yeah, everybody get where they're going. All right, initiate. No, we don't want to do that. I just wanted to do this. Oh, that was stupid. Yep, just lost a division for no good reason. Alright, keep working through that line. How's the construction looking? Yeah, that's going to need to be updated. "25th of November is when the supply depot is going to be done."
Firme. Avance.
Alright, let's see if we can flank the city. Alright, phased array.
Sí, señor. Listo, señor. Seguimos atacando. Listo. Atención.
Alright, advanced heavy battery. Good. Advanced landing craft. Work on that.
Listo, señor.
Alright, fleet submarine is complete. Though I don't think we're going to build any of those. Let's see. Fighters. Let's go with agility. We'll start working on the torpedo cruiser design. Modern aircraft cannon. So we're ready to start designing that advanced aircraft. The 1944 submarine going.
Instrucciones. Avancen. Firme.
Alright, see if I can wrap around here.
Listo. Sí, señor.
Yeah, it's only one division. Still giving us trouble.
Prisa. Prisa. Atención.
Alright, hit the city.
Listo, señor.
Okay. So yes, the supply depot is now built. Alright, the next supply depot we're going to want to build is probably going to be up here. It take a long time to build, so let's get on top of it. Alright, now what we want to do is let's go ahead and rearrange. Alright, tell everybody to redeploy. They will not accept an attaché. Okay. We're basically going to ignore these mountains. I'm going to try and get these forces to just push through here. Yeah, let's secure that flank. Alright, modern ship torpedo launcher's done. Let's get the destroyer. Yep. Gonna link up with the Iranians as we did before. Collapse this section here. And then we're going to redirect all of our forces up here into Turkey. Alright, Central American Marines is done. You want to send me some stuff. Am I, like, behind on things? I'm behind on artillery. Well, yeah. Remember that being a thing. We're losing a lot of planes. Alright. Oh yeah, probably should have saved some of that air experience, because we need to design a new aircraft. Yeah, you secure that northern flank. Oh, what happened here? Aluminum production. Construction. We're apparently short a ton of stuff. I guess somebody that I was importing from got capitulated. Okay, well, no big deal. We're down to 20 out of 24 divisions. What happened there?
Firme.
Yeah, let's see if we can push out a little bit over here.
Firme. Sí, señor.
Alright, getting across the river is looking like it's going to be a challenge.
Atención.
Oh, yeah, we need to, I think I went with that for research speed. Republic of India has joined the Chinese alliance, okay? I think that happened before, so that's not anything particularly of note.
Firme.
Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I think we've done enough over here. Let's redeploy this army.
Avanzar.
It's gonna take a while. I can declare war on the Union of Burma. I think this would just be more effective for me to head to Turkey, which is our ally now. And, alright, so you've got that. I need another supply depot. We'll go with production efficiency cap. Let's get 1945 small arms.
Atención.
Alright, there's our new destroyer. Oh yeah, 1945, so now we can do all the support company upgrades. Yeah, we got all this stuff. Yep. Yep. discovered high frequency radio direction finding. Good. Alright, we took the airfield. Alright, our cipher is fully decrypted. Activate it. We're running into supply problems again. Yeah, everybody wants to now dock their boats. That's fine. I don't know why you would, but you can if you want to. Alright, yeah, we've pushed as far as we can.
Sí, señor. Listo.
I want to secure these flanks here a little bit. All right. That makes me a little bit more comfortable there.
Listo, señor.
Alright, we've hit 0 manpower. Oh man, our aircraft are taking a beating. I'm actually going to pull our airplanes out. Yeah, go ahead and fall back home. You did your job. At least as best as you could.
Sí, señor.
The All-Palestine Protectorate has capitulated. Okay. let's get to work on those support companies. Get the new... Why do they keep saying the same thing over and over again? Okay. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. That's getting annoying. Something just keeps going back and forth there or something? Alright, my troops are going to be arriving at the front here soon. Alright, well I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end our episode here. We're down only 3 divisions. Why? Alright, well that's getting annoying. Alright, let's just incorporate these guys over here. And yeah, I think I'm probably going to have to do the same thing I did here, which is go ahead and disband those Marines. They're not really helping me right now. Okay, so one of the ones that's under construction there. Alright, good. Alright, well, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. Yeah, we want them to be torpedo cruisers. Right, okay. Yeah, but for now, we'll stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.